for Game 3 as we welcome you to the NBA First Round, presented by Mountain Dew. The Bucks, a 2-0 series lead, but the series has shifted to the Motor City. Was directing traffic for them back in 2008 against Paul Pierce's Celtics, I might add.
Oh, I love beating Paul.
Here is Jackson racing around. The shot clock down to 4, a little behind Kennard. He's able to make something of it. This 3 is off, and Kennard the rebound.
You'll take that if you're the Detroit Pistons. A pull-up 3 from Bledsoe.
And Jackson knocks.
He's already made an impact.
Jackson loses it. Bledsoe is a beast defensively. In transition, he lays it in. And that's an area where the Bucks have dominated the first 2 games of this series. Fast break points, as well as in the paint, as Kennard shovels it in. Blocks, average more than 2 a game. Lopez, a deep one, is good.
And that's
shaken up after that. Was grimacing a bit. We'll keep a close eye on him. Bledsoe through the lane, lays it in, plus the foul. Stroke off the mark. Bledsoe, wicked crossover, and the finish.
Andre Drummond on his finishes.
Already a couple of rejections. Another try for Drummond here. Jackson will fire and hit. Jackson down the floor. Griffin spins in the corner. He got it. Wayne Ellington from 3. 56 points, 6th largest scoring differential for the first 2 games of any playoff series in NBA history. Ilyasova buries the 3 out of the time. Griffin sizing up Giannis. Griffin using the muscle on the tip. Flings it out. Jackson looking to take Middleton. Ellington will pull and hit.
Griffin, who we know is a great facilitator.
Ellington had struggled from 3 the first 2 games, not so far tonight.
Point shooter out there, that's always a mistake. Maybe you have to switch the pick and roll. There's certain things that you could do to change how they play.
Sly move from Blake Griffin.
Facilitates like a point guard in their offense.
His playmaking just has continued to evolve. Ilyasova has another.
Same way, and you look here at the scores table, you have Brook coming back in, another great shooter.
Griffin finds the open man, Drummond. Not his game. Ish Smith will use speed more than shot. Middleton hits a 3.
Life, so grateful and thankful, man.
And you know this fan base is starved for basketball to get back to what it was when you guys went to 6 straight Eastern Conference Finals.
Sometimes guys are looking at the stat sheet. I mean, that's terrible for the game, but he's trying to win a basketball game here.
Connaughton, who's had a big series thus far. Nice touch there.
He shot that from almost the jump circle.
A 7-0 Milwaukee run. Brown, again, given a lot of space on the perimeter, what Chauncey's talking about. And Brown, Sterling that is, and Andre Drummond get into it. As the whistles come in, the tensions rise and the crowd elevates. Sova, Bledsoe, Lopez, and Brown, the 5 for Milwaukee. Malcolm Brogdon still out, expected back in the 2nd round should Milwaukee advance. Lopez to the rim. From deep. Bledsoe. The acceleration, couldn't finish it, but Hill can. Milwaukee, the top-rated defense in the league this year. Lopez putting it on the floor again. His floater is good. Meanwhile, Detroit has missed its last 9 shots. In the corner, Mirotic hits the 3.
Playing the right way.
DJ Wilson trying to hang with Griffin. Griffin finishes in the foul. To the board, looking to push. Griffin goes tumbling. No whistle. Detroit retains possession. Jackson kicks. Corner 3 is good for Galloway. Milwaukee is led by as many as 11 as Adetokounmpo has his first bucket of the game.
You watch there, Blake Griffin backs all the way off of Giannis.
Nice delivery inside and another chance for 3. Connaughton stood up by Jackson. Shot clock Down to 8. Adetokounmpo, the Euro step and the glide to the rim.
And that's the problem. When you back so far off of him, he's 1 or 2 steps away from Euro stepping, and that was a layup. He could maybe dunk that.
Griffin connects. The series lead for the top-seeded Bucks. Adetokounmpo will fire. Short. Rebound right back to him. That's more his game.
There you go, right? 2 steps away from almost half court of dunking on anybody.
They had the most points in the paint per game as Ellington hits the jumper.
Yes, they were.
Instead, 2-2. Meanwhile, in Utah, the Jazz will look to get on the board next year on ESPN. Nice delivery, Lopez.
But it's a long game, Double R. It's a long game.
Just his second playoff series. Swept by Cleveland a few seasons ago is Lopez winning that battle. Seeded Milwaukee has taken.
You know, talking to them, I mean, they've been pretty good, but they haven't won a playoff series together.
Drummond squeezes it in off.
You know, I don't like hearing that last stat.
Oh, yeah. You weren't used to that.
Oh, no.
At 3, softly lays. 111 playoff games for the Pistons.
Is that what it was?
It was.
It's a lot of games in the playoffs,
That's
man.
right. Kennard gets the whistle and hits the...
It's hilarious. It's great theater every single time.
Middleton with Drummond switched on him, and Drummond's going to get called for the foul, and a 3-point play opportunity. Griffin pump fakes the 3, spins inside, lost it. Lopez got hit. No call. Bledsoe able to spin it. 18-5 run.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he plays defense.
The Bucks as a team do. Ellington hits the 3. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Lopez again putting it on the deck and laying it in.
To get a two-for-one situation.
See how long Bledsoe waits. Middleton will take at 31 and softly rolling.
He'll get the last shot, barring there's a foul that happens.
Ish Smith circling, accelerating, and finding Maker. To the bench in what has been a very disappointing performance thus far for Andre Drummond, the 2-time All-Star.
You look at the matchup right there. I mean, they will attack Zaza right away as they have him guarding.
Griffin directing traffic. He has 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. In his return from a knee injury, in transition compared to the last couple games. Bucks just a 7-5 edge in fast break points. That was an area they dominated in the regular season and the first 2 games of this series. As jackled angle and could not hit.
Blake is not moving as well this half, Double R. I don't know if you see that.
Yeah. Bledsoe rocks the ring with this Milwaukee team, and he's in it for the long haul. Bledsoe signed a 4-year, $70 million extension a couple months ago in season. Bledsoe, the catch and the finish.
2 dunks in a row by Bled. I'm so proud of this kid. I really am. I mean, I knew that he would be special in this league, but I'll be honest, there were times where he didn't even know. I would have to convince him. Nice shot by Blake Griffin right there. He's landing on the line out here, you know, and that's why they took a gamble on a guy like Blake Griffin, because they gave up a ton. But you do that for times like this.
Bledsoe, another bucket, giving it a go for his squad and playing quite effectively. He has the last 6 Pistons points. Bledsoe has the last 6 Bucks points. Middleton ends that. Games in a row has been quiet so far tonight.
Too many empty possessions. When you're trying to come back from a deficit like this, you can't have a lot of empty possessions, in particular in a row.
Middleton, truth on a 3. Truth at Silverdome. You saw a few Bucks fans. They managed to sneak their way into the arena.
You can't let any Bucks fans in this Detroit building.
Just a few. Mirotic off a set play.
So you draw up a play for a shooter. Home run right there by Coach Bud.
Pistons have missed 8 straight shots for the 3rd time this game.
I mean, nothing's hard. I mean, they know what they want to do. They rush to their spots. They get there. They're disciplined. I mean, they just a good basketball team. I don't know if we've ever seen before. I mean, he has been unbelievable all season long, but so has Giannis here as well. 24 years old, Double R.
Pretty incredible. Nice look to the corner from Adetokounmpo, and the three is good.
Played well. Their defense is picked up.
Griffin loses it. 4-on-2 developing. Brown on the attack. Griffin barrels in and finishes trolling. Galloway, meanwhile, 1 of 6 from 3 in this game. Smith, the blow-by, and the leg. Isolating on Ilyasova. Blake, the crab dribble. Couldn't lay it in. Can't tip it in. How about a third try? Sure. It's a little bit gimpy after that last possession. He's still in as Lopez smoothly to the rim. Big Giannis getting a breather for Milwaukee. Jackson lines it up and knocks it down. Bledsoe's jumper is good. Eric Bledsoe now with 19 points to go with 6 boards and 5 assists.
Been a roll by Reggie Jackson right there. 3.
Jackson leads it and Drummond finishes it. 17 seasons without a playoff series win, longest in the NBA. Drummond oops the out. Griffin on the bench now for the Pistons. Adetokounmpo into the paint and the soft touch. Game 2, 14-9 so far tonight. Ish Smith. Nice delivery, and eventually it ends with the Adetokounmpo did just enough to bother him on a potential attempt.
That length. You're never comfortable. 30, 10, and 10 in the series.
Middleton somehow got away with that. They said the contact.
Winning, I mean, it's not like they're losing, but what I've seen James do this season, I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
Middleton lays it in from downtown Detroit for their first playoff game ever at Little Caesars Arena. This place was fired up early in this game. So a lot of good still point. 33 seconds remaining. And the first half, a lot of back and forth. Great play from Griffin. But game for me in my wallet.
That's right.
Smith hits the 3. It will count. Game over. Milwaukee on a mission. Taking care of business. They take a commanding 3-0 series lead with a 119-103 win over the Pistons here in Game 3.